So,
I forgot
if you don't know what Kaiju number 8 is, it is Kaiju manga, where basically it's Jujutsu Kaisen, but with Kaiju. And the main character's childhood friend is the Gojo role. He is Yuji Itadori. He's possessed by a kaiju and has the power to transform into the kaiju. And everyone wants to kill him because he's a kaiju.
I'm sorry. I saw the freaking 1,000-Year Blood War video off to the side there, and my brain was like, what is Reagan doing with Bleach? That's not Reagan, that's Ichigo!
Bro, Reagan Arataka would kick Ichigo's ass. I just pissed off every Bleach fan with that comment.
All right. Sorry. A little bit of a diatribe, but I'm just
basically I'm interested in this not because I think the story is going to be great. I think the story is mid at best. But the action for this series could be pretty good. And so far I haven't seen anything in the trailers that have told me that what?
That's been like a red flag.
Yeah, I haven't seen any red flags in the trailer. So I'm going into this blind. I don't know what it's going to be like.
You and I both.
Like right off the bat, the art style looks good. Like that looks good to me. Okay, so
CGI is not too bad. It's noticeable, but it's not bad.
That's not a CGI kaiju, which is what I wanted to point out.
I'm talking about the helicopter.
Yeah. And even that, like, I don't mind that.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's noticeable, but it's not bad. No, I noticed the kaiju was not 3D.
No, that's one of the things that I've been, like, really, like, worried about is, like, are they going to skimp on animating the kaiju?
Mm-hmm.
Because it can be difficult.
Yeah.
And, like, I would understand because, you know, the Japanese animation industry is rough. I understand why they use CGI, but I'm not particularly a fan of it myself.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to seeing stuff like this, I do prefer to see it in the 2D animation form.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it was...
You can keep talking over this.
Yeah, it's like, the moment you mentioned kaiju, I'm like, oh, is it going to be 3D? But,
basically, here's your Gojo character.
Badass woman who can kick my ass.
Yes. Yes, it can be really fucking funny like that.
Oh, eh?
But so far, like, the animation looks like they're at least putting some like that. Like, one of the things I look at, and I say this every time we pull this trailer out because I like to be clear about it, is like how dynamic they're actually making the action. Because a lot of series, like at least older series, would cut corners on the animation by like they freeze frame like a character charging in and just like they blur out the background and just loop the same animation.
Or like going through this window here, they do the same thing where they kind of skimp on the frames.
Yeah, well, you basically get one frame of someone breaking some glass,
and it's just them.
It's just them moving. Stuck in like the Mario.
Yeah.
Look, again, I'm not like trying to throw shade at people who do that. I get it. Some things are fucking rough in that industry, and it takes a lot of work to do it. What I'm saying is I appreciate the animators for going to this length and doing things this way because it looks amazing to me.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that looks freaking cool.
That is crisp.
I feel like the character design is pretty plain, honestly.
There's nothing wrong with... All right. I'm going to stop you there. There's nothing wrong with a plain character design, in my opinion. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with it.
No, what I'm saying is this looks like very generic anime face, and it all kind of does. They almost all look featureless, as compared to say like even
Naruto.
Jujutsu Kaisen and Naruto kind of feel like they put more detail into the face. Like this almost feels flat. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. It's kind of the way the manga is drawn.
Mm-hmm.
Also, what kind of fucking hairspray is this chick using to get that?
Gorilla Glue.
My lawyer
Funny,
has
right?
advised me to discontinue this joke.
趣味は回収殺し。
命の保証などみじんもない。
進め。
私があんたを殺すから。
討伐する。
絶対諦めね
殺処理します。
絶対諦めね
What about teriyaki?
怪獣8号。この個体は防衛隊がコードネームをつけた。
So one other thing I want to add is basically the kaiju hunters, the humans, they have these suits that like draw out like latent power stuff like you from a human body. So if you can unlock basically the percentage of how much of that power you can unlock through your suit is like the power scaling in this world. So the badass female who could dominate you, the one you were talking about earlier, she can, I think it's 98%. She can draw out, and Kafka, the main character, doesn't even get 1% when he puts the suits on. He has absolutely zero affinity for it. However, he's one of the only people to have ever been possessed by a kaiju like that and retain his humanity. So that makes him incredibly fucking special. Because now he has the power of a kaiju without needing the suits or any special weapons.
I was about to make a joke, but then I remembered that we're on YouTube, so I can't.
Plus, he also has like in-depth knowledge of like kaiju anatomy because he's like part of the cleanup crew. So he uses all of that to like specifically dismantle monsters when he's fighting and stuff like that, and like knows how to deal with every single one of them and what to look for. But other than that, he's a fucking knucklehead, and it's funny.